go to the club I want. I hear this club classics. Club classics. Hi everybody, welcome back or welcome to my channel, John Repeat, where I react to iconic music, artists, albums, and other bits and pieces and put stuff on repeat. I have been so excited to react to this album. I previously reacted to Brat. It was like the first album reaction or one of the first album reactions I actually did on my channel, and I will link that down below. I'm decked out in green. I'm wearing all green. I've got my Brat mug of tea and I'm ready to re-listen to this album. So if you don't know, Charli XCX, she released Brat earlier this year. It was Brat Summer, Brat Autumn, I don't know if that's a thing, but it should be, or it might be. And it really was a cultural phenomenon. I think like Kamala Harris and her campaign referenced it, which is crazy. And it was just trending all the time. So I'm so excited to listen to this new release. So the album is called Brat, and it's completely different, but also still Brat. I don't know how I'm gonna put this on my thumbnail, but I'm gonna have to figure out a way because it's fucking iconic. I'm not gonna react to disc 2 as much because I have listened to them in my previous reaction. I will listen to the bonus tracks of Hello Goodbye and Spring Breakers as well. I also listened to Guess with Billie Eilish, and I will link that as well. Without further ado, let's start! So the first one is 360 featuring Robyn and Young Lean.
Rubbing on the beat, cameras switching at the scene.
I love the lyric change. I was not expecting this. Now, I really wanted to listen to a few of the tracks as they have been released because I know that she's released one with like Ariana, with Troye, and I've never heard of Young Lean, but I'm so glad I'm listening to this album. I love when artists do this and they change it up and then just collaborate. I mean, that's the best thing about being an artist, right? You get to collaborate with so many talented people. So I'm just living for it.
3 white lines, but the lemon, the Bacardi.
Also, I love Robyn as well. I'm so glad that she's featured Robyn. What an icon. We got a mansion, castle, pets, family, drinks, action. It's like random shit, but I love it. It's still Brat. It's like the random shit is Brat, but it just makes sense, I guess.
Really very special language, no one understands it. 3 child stars out here doing damn on you, booby. Baby, I'm my own favorite pop star is to me.
That's crazy though. Does that relate to like tattoos and stuff? Crazy. People get tattoos of people who they love, who are famous. Like, it's crazy. Imagine that. Imagine having yourself tattooed on somebody forever. You've never met them before. It's surreal.
That's what I've been told.
That sounds like we got the hotel motel holiday in. Sounds just like that.
Push up on it right over that.
Okay, so the next song I'm going to listen to is Club Classics featuring trickz. Let's go. What's happening? This is kind of like old school Charli XCX in a way, because I know she comes from like that rave culture. She used to perform at like illegal raves when she was younger and stuff. I like how she's linking it with like the bump in that, like, so that's like 360 and 365. It's adding more different points of cohesion across a new album and reimagining it. What makes an album so good is when it's really cohesive and like production wise, thematically, everything's interwoven with each other. So what's amazing is she's finding new commonalities within these songs and exploring them to make still a very cohesive album, but something that's completely unique, which is really cool.
I
love this, like, talk to me in French, talk to me in Spanish, and now, oh, I love when songs mix different languages together. I love the mixture of the different culture. I love, it just sounds so fresh, so unique. I've never heard of trickz before, but I think it just sounds great. I don't know a lot of Spanish, but culo is ass, right? So she's like shaking it like jelly. That's Brat. Okay, it's giving haunted house. That organ, oh my god. Brat Autumn is here. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if I'm just making that up. Okay, so the next one is Sympathy is a Knife featuring Miss Ariana Grande. Let's go. Oh, this is interesting. So it's changing this up. So she's saying like, it's a knife when a journalist does a misquote. It's a knife when a friend is suddenly stepping on your throat. It's a knife when they say that you've been doing things you don't. It's a knife when your old friends hate your new friends and saying you've totally changed. Both Charli and Ariana, obviously being in the public eye, have been misquoted. But I would argue this relates to Ariana's journey currently. I know she went with everything with Ethan Slater and like a lot of people saying how much she's changed. And so I completely understand why she's on this song, because that message is very true to her experience. Again, it's completely switching it up and it's very vulnerable lyrics and they sound so angry. And that repetition of it's a knife is reinforcing that anger and that pain that she feels. It's a very guttural feeling like your friends don't support you, feeling like they want you to stay small. Next step. I love the change of that melody where she goes super high. It's so dynamic. Oh my god, so this is exactly what I said. So it's a knife when they dissect your body on the front page. It's a knife when they won't believe you. Why should you explain? A lot of people have been saying how Ariana looks so different and her image changed. And so I love how she's mentioned that and she's basically saying a big fuck you to everybody. I also really like how there's auto-tune on Ariana Grande's voice. Obviously, Charli XCX is a great singer and she's put auto-tune on her voice for an effect. But a lot of people are like, she's not the best singer or whatever. Even Ariana Grande, who is like a vocalist of a generation, is using this auto-tune. It's very in the Brat vibe. I love how they're not shying away from that. It's such a cool artistic effect. And she sounds great with auto-tune. And she sounds great without, as does Charli. But she's in the Brat world right now. And we're just living in it. No shit! No shit, she's a chameleon, as you have to be in the pop landscape. Especially women are pressured to change a lot. And that dynamism, is that the word? Dynamism? That ability to change is so captivating. And everybody changes. Everybody artistically grows. And if she wasn't growing, they would just say she's like Katy Perry, she's not changing, whatever. No shade to Katy Perry, but like, you know. I love the ad-libs. Yeah, and that expectation as well. I imagine when you're at that stage in a career, in the public eye, within music, there's always that expectation from fans, from people generally, and it's painful. And they're calling that out. I also really like as well what Ariana said about like when mean fans are horrible to the nice ones. And I like how this is a subject of conversation. I'd argue because of like Chapel Roan calling fans out and stuff, people are more able to say like, you stalking me is not okay. You dragging me down for my looks, even though you say you're a fan, not okay. Wow, okay. So the next song I'm listening to is I Might Say Something Stupid, and it features the 1975 and John Hopkins. Let's go. Can I just say as well, all of these features and all these artists that feature on these songs, it's so like right. Like I Might Say Something Stupid is such a 1975 song that you can feature on. Like Club Classics with BB Tricks, like that's so right.
I could say something small, might say something stupid.
Ooh, I like the way that the effect was on that. It almost sounds like kind of like your inner voice, that inner monologue, and the way that that effect was there on the voice really conveys that feeling of self-doubt. This is a lot more solemn than the original. Even though the other one was solemn as well, it sounds very melancholic, more so. It's really interesting, the production on that line too. So you've got, obviously, I think it's Matty, his voice is so raw and it's very like stripped back, and you've got the piano. But with Charli and her ad-libs, she's got this juxtaposition because she's got like all of the auto-tune in her voice. So it's creating this really nice contrast when you hear it, which is really interesting, playing around with that vocal effect and that vocal production. Oh, I should get goosebumps. Oh, I like the way that you've got that effect with the, it sounds like, I always think it sounds like Time Splitters, or it sounds like Laser Quest. Obviously mixed in with this like piano heavy song. Interesting. I rot in your house in a tie, putting my skin into anything. I eat a lot like a fly. I get nervous and sip the wine, showing like a really negative self-concept. Like if you say someone's like a fly, they're like nothing, you know, so he feels like that. I love the guitar now. And it's interesting they both relate to I'm famous but I'm not quite. A common thing that she experienced and she shared. My friends been through this before, yeah. It happens to lots of guys. Okay, so the next song is Talk Talk featuring our boy Troye Sivan. Let's go.
Hay una fiesta, será muy divertido.
Woo! Yes, that is. Oh, he suits this song so much. Okay, Mr. Troye and his blouse energy. Okay, so again, it's like playing up with that melody, playing up the way that it's the composition of the song. It's really, really cool. Like I've got that breakdown there with the music and the production. And yeah, like Fly Me Out to Amsterdam. Oh God, it's hard to fuck you in. I wanna. Listen, he should be so lucky.
Okay, here's the plan. I wanna fly you out to
She's like, let's do it again. Why not? It's giving I don't know why this is popping into my mind, but you know Samantha from Sex and the City? It's that vibe, that liberated, independent Brat. Samantha from Sex and the City is Brat. Fantastic. So the next song is Von Dutch A.G. Cook remix featuring Addison Rae. Let's go. I love how she's so jealous. It's all interweaving all of the different things from all of the different songs in the album. Oh, because yeah, did Addison Rae recently debut with some music, and that's why. Interesting. Again, interweaving all of the different perspectives from everyone who features. Oh, I love on Melrose. Is it Melrose Avenue? Isn't that like a big shopping street? Love that. Made another page just to look at my pics. Someone's stalking you on Instagram or wherever. My tight dress and red lips. I know you want it. Very seductive. I know you want to scream my name. Perfect song choice for Addison, and obviously Charli. Match made in heaven. Always give me more views. It's kind of like your day job. Your day job is to hate me, but whether someone views me because they hate or love, it still translates towards my own benefit. I love that. Oh, it's building. Oh my god, people are so fucking awful. Imagine doing that to somebody. People are not raised right. But it's all jealousy though, isn't it? Let's be completely honest. Okay, so the next song that I'm gonna listen to is Everything is Romantic featuring Caroline Polacheck, who I also love. So I'm so excited. Let's go. It sounds like there's like a speed issue with the song, and then it's like jittery, it's like stopping. Interesting. I like that because it really breaks up the flow in the album. So you've got like all of these fast-paced like instrumental hit, changing the bridge, all these ad-libs, and this is a point in the album where there's a little bit of stasis, which is a really nice listening experience for anyone listening to this album, which I appreciate.
Charlie calls from a hotel bed, hungover on Tokyo time.
Okay, so it's describing a completely different scene. So originally it was like, Jesus Christ on the plastic sign, fall in love again and again. And she was like talking about like being in like Capri or whatever, being like in the Mediterranean. Now this is different, so it's got like the soaking wet, it's got the Akam stag on the bus stop sign, it's got catch a face in the window pane, it's giving like a bit more like dreary, and also maybe this kind of relates to it being like kind of like a Brat autumn moment. And sleepyhead because all the fucking okay. Foxes keep me awake, again that gives very like autumnal energy, and hungover in Tokyo time, so it's maybe kind of showing like the love of life in different scenes, different contexts, which is nice. Ooh, that's such a bar. It's like you're living the dream, but you're not living your life. You're living the dream that someone says that you need to live, doing what you should do, rather than experiencing the beauty of life for how you want to live it. Trying to shut off your brain. Really introspective lyrics. Yes, so this is what I said. So it's talking about like the autumn now. So it's showing the beauty of life across all seasons. And I love that. Did I lose my perspective? Everything's still romantic, right? Sometimes we waver in life, whether we think something's good or not, whether we're enjoying life or not. But it's that faith that everything is and finding the glimmers in your life. So it's like and originally it was like, white sheet and waist curtains, Pompeii in the distance. But this one's like late nights in black silk in East London, so you've got that contrast with the different colour schemes. Woo! I love it! Caroline, that beautiful vocals, that agility. Gorge. She sounds like a siren. It sounds like a whale song, and I don't mean that in a rude way, but I mean that in like a beautiful, serene way. 10/10. Do you think we're gonna gonna have a Brat winter? Do you think that we're gonna have like a Christmas themed Brat album? Like, I wanna see that. I wanna see this song with like fucking sleigh bells on it and Santa in the distance. Like, they've gotta do it. Oh, I love the violins, how it's added to it. It's so orchestral. And you know me, I love a violin. I love anything like that. Okay, so the next song is Rewind featuring Bladee. Let's go. I love Rewind. Interesting. So again, it's that thing of like wanting to rewind, turn back time, go back to a simpler place. And like, it's also showing like all this money makes me competitive. It's like that thing of like the golden handcuffs, right? Like having a lot more money, it brings you a lot of problems. You feel trapped in certain places and you constantly want more. I mean, that's how humans are wired, right? Like we always want to achieve more, do more, get more. That's like an evolutionary thing that we have built into us. And she's kind of like reflecting on that and being like, I don't like that about myself. I don't like the fact that I'm having to constantly one-up myself 24/7 and not just like sit and think about the beauty of my own life, which I think is something that I've experienced myself and many people do. Not to this level, but like, you know. Oh, mirror leaves me unimpressed, like a poor self-image. When you're thinking so strategically, like in chess, all that brain power, thinking about how to act, how to move, especially in the public eye, in music, it's exhausting. Sometimes you want to do things for the fun of it. I mean, I don't really know from this perspective of like creating music, but I know from like my own YouTube channel, like I'm thinking like, oh, what album should I listen to? What song should I listen to? What would capture people's attention? What is like relevant now? And you need a reality check sometimes to be like, I'm doing this for fun. Like I'm reacting to music because I like it and because it speaks to me and I'm in the driving seat of what I create. And I think it's a common thing to feel burnt out when you're making these executive decisions all the time and not finding joy in what you once loved. Oh, that's vulnerable as well, that lyric. When I don't, sometimes I get a little bit depressed when she's not in the press, when she's not doing well. You know, everybody wants to succeed. Everyone wants to be the star in their own story. And it can be difficult when you don't achieve that all the time. And you're constantly having to measure up to the success, especially with Charli, because she was really, really big and she topped the Hot 100 and then she kind of like fell off because she went in a more creative, experimental direction. And that must have been really difficult for her to deal with. I love that production! I don't really know what requiem... What does requiem mean? I don't know what that means. Oh, I've just Googled. Requiem means a mass for a dead person. A musical service or composition in honor of the dead. Oh, so they're saying, I would argue that means that like, make this song as mourning of my old self and old life. Maybe. Okay, so the next song I'm listening to is So I featuring A.G. Cook. Let's go. Wow. I love that effect. Oh my gosh, okay, so Now I want to think about all the good times. First met on the outskirts of Stockholm. All your things in a black suitcase. First day, made vroom vroom in the basement. Love that allusion to vroom vroom. First time she felt alive and came to her own, being in Texas on stage with a latex. Just vroom vroom was like when she like really came into her like avant-garde artistry. Oh my god, that was in Unlock It when she did Beautiful. Oh my god, love when things harken back to discography. It's so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I love the sipping green juice, the Brat green energy. When I look back, what the fuck was I wearing? There's this thing where they say if you don't cringe at yourself, then you're not growing. She's been through so much. She really has gone through so much stuff, and she's like stronger because of it, and she's had so many amazing memories and experiences. It's crazy. I love all the personal details, like got birthday cake on the way, in the Uber from the video shoot. And she's talking about like when she took BB, I don't know who BB is. Someone let me know in the comments who that is. Down to Bubbles, took her shoes off, ran around barefoot. That's literally giving me goosebumps. Like, just thinking about how like the past and how it's informed everything, and like that's so sweet to say my ex-boyfriend played your SoundCloud. That moment really changed my life. And like Zoom in 2020, and no songs ever made us feel that much. I love when songs say how much you love and care about people. Beautiful. Ooh, I like that! Okay. So the next song I'm going to listen to is Girl So Confusing featuring Lorde. I love this collaboration. It broke the internet when it happened, and I'm so glad I have the opportunity to react to it on camera and obviously show you my thoughts and tell you my thoughts. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, talking about obviously this way that women are pitted against each other. Obviously, we know now it's about Lorde, and like not every girl is gonna like every other girl. Like, is this sort of critique of the idea that women have to like everybody and always be supportive of each other, and this kind of like not everyone's gonna get on, and they just didn't vibe. And I love how we know what it's about. Also, I love there is a version of this where someone on TikTok made a song about Perry the Platypus and Doofenshmirtz and like rewrote the lyrics of Girl So Confusing. Oh my god, it was so funny. I might link that genuinely in my description because it's hilarious. I always get so emotional when I hear this song. I feel so bad for Lorde. This is a classic case of like miscommunication. Like Charli was like, I think you hate me, and Lorde was like, no, I just like have low self-esteem and feel socially anxious and don't want to go out, which I completely relate to. This is so vulnerable, and I love the way that it fits into this album now, obviously hearing it. And then also the way that she's singing it is so in the style of it, and it just complements so well. When I hear like Charli and Lorde gonna be collaborating on a song, it doesn't, when I initially heard it I was kind of like, how's that gonna work? But it is like mega. Yeah, that's another thing as well. She said, your life seems so awesome. I never thought for a second my voice was in your head. We all have that internal monologue within our heads, and sometimes it's not the kindest. And I like how she acknowledges like that she's upset that the voice that's in her head, obviously that's made her at war with her body, she never wanted and thought that it would be in Charlie's head as well. And it goes to show that you don't always know what someone's thinking and how someone feels about you, because everyone has their own unique challenges and experiences. I also love how she mentions like, girl, you walk like a bitch. When I was 10, someone said that, and it's just self-defense until you're building a weapon. Like, dealing with that sexism from a young age and all of this negativity. And clearly she's been having that self-defense mechanism, and she's like, well, that's all well and good until it hurts other people. And I like how she acknowledges that like inside this icon there is still that young girl from Essex. We all carry our past selves within us. Oh, I love that line, because I ride for you, Charlie. She loves her girl. She doesn't dislike her. She dislikes herself. And she was right. The internet did go crazy. It's you and me on the coin the industry loves to spend. That's a really interesting line. So it's like, it's you and me pitted against each other. And like, ultimately, the industry profits off that competition between these two very powerful women. Okay, the next song is Apple, featuring the Japanese house. Let's go. Beautiful melody. Again, it's like that deep understanding of another person. And initially the original one was about like family, I think. Apple, the original, was everywhere, literally everywhere on TikTok. I like this interpretation so far, and the melody's gorge. Oh, I love the way that it's all syncopating, these different melodies. So again, it's like describing this very complicated relationship, living in another country, and like got another girlfriend that you never met, that disconnect. I ignore when I see you calling because I know it's something I might regret. Yeah, I mean, this deep knowing of somebody, but having a very fractured relationship with them, and unresolved trauma. Ooh, I think about it all the time. That illusion may be there, and I think about you all the time. Ooh, nice. Not every family dynamic is positive. Not every home is a happy home, and some people don't always fit into the dynamics that they're born into. Silently pack my things, get in the car. Sometimes when I go home, it doesn't feel like home. That is, home is a state of mind, not a place. Love it. So the next one is B2B featuring Tinashe. She's got some killer people featuring on this album. Let me tell you, Miss Charli XCX, you get it. She kind of made it. Oh, it's so nice seeing that. Like, obviously, in the beginning, she says she was famous, but not quite. She did make it. And describing like her jet-setting life, that is insane to even comprehend. Oh! Oh my god, I love the French. Did she just speak French? But I'm obsessed. Wow. I love the allusion to boom clap as well. Made him get two on, obviously, and Tinashe there. Love the allusions. I love how, again, the perspective has switched. So she's talking about She loves getting back to what she loves to do rather than a relationship, her career. Yes. Yeah, I mean, love that. Didn't come out of nowhere. They've been sleeping on me. I'm bored. Success doesn't come from thin air. It takes long, sustained effort, even if you are in the background, even if no one sees. That belief in your dream and just doing everything you can in your power to achieve it. That's how it's done. And people do sleep on Tinashe. She's great. But I love nasty girl, up and a nasty girl. Okay, so the next song is Mean Girls featuring Julian Casablancas. Let's go. one for the abandonment. I love how peppy the song is, juxtaposed with these lyrics. This is an interesting direction for Mean Girls, because I didn't really think it would feature a guy. I thought it would be very much like another woman on the track, like bigging up the Mean Girl energy. But I love how it's from his perspective as well, of like the abandonment and the aftermath of the Mean Girls. Ooh! Oh, so maybe like he's at fault for like the mean girl thing. Interesting, it's showing kind of like the origin of the mean girl and that narrative of the mean girl and how like maybe he caused it and all of the trauma that led to it. Interesting take. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's from the Mean Girls perspective and also the guy who suffered from the Mean Girls thing. I don't know. But it's showing a different shade to the song and extending the narrative, which is really interesting. Ooh! Oh, love her voice! Ah, that's so good! I love that. This one's for the abandoned girls, obviously, sort of confirming my theory that it is about like the origin of the mean girl. Ooh, I feel like that's an allusion to Out for the Night. She's got so many hits that she's interwoven in all of her lyrics. It's amazing. Okay, so the next song is I Think About It All the Time, featuring Bon Iver. Did not expect this collaboration. Well, let's go. Oh, okay, so again, you've got this contrast between this very stripped back, emotional, free from effects singing, and then also all the ad-libs where you've got all the effects. Again, creating that contrast.
Because you're not supposed to stop when things start working. No.
Oh my god. So, first of all, it sounds a bit like original pirate material. On your airage. I don't know if you know that song. But it very much sounds like that energy. And now this song's quite interesting because again it's just extended the narrative. Originally, I Think About It All the Time was kind of like about her having a baby and planning that with George, but now they're actually looking into the practicalities of it. So it's like you're bound to the album, then you've got the promo, then 3 years have gone by, and then her and George sit down and try and plan for the future. But like she's just taking off in her career, so it's like you don't want to stop when things are working because this is a golden opportunity that you don't want to lose. So it's like having to think about all of these logistical challenges away from like, oh, I just want to have a baby, because as much as it would be amazing to have a baby, it also completely changes your life. You're responsible for another person. Yeah, I mean, life is just really difficult. I mean, we have such a chinwag on this channel. I do talk a lot of shit, but I just think life is so short and hard, and there's always something that comes in the way. And it's like, you can't just have everything all of the time, and things get so complicated and difficult. And there is a biological clock, and she's afraid of that. I'm running out of time. And she's like, when am I gonna make the sacrifice just in the nick of time to get everything that she wants? And it's a balancing act. And she's like kind of come to that realization that maybe her career is small in the existential scheme of it all. And I like this song because it comes to a conclusion. Maybe we'll see a baby Charli XCX in the future. Ooh! Go on, vocals! Okay, so the next song I'm going to listen to is 365 featuring Shygirl. Let's go. Okay, this is so different. Where are we going with this, Charli? Oh, okay. So, too hot, wanna sweat, just lip me, touch me and squeeze when the baseline hits me. Are you gonna ride me harder than a BPM? Beat match me. Can't see straight. Yeah, I love it when the pill hits. Okay, so this fits into this song perfectly. It really, you know, makes use of all the different senses when you're in this 365 party girl environment. She's getting a life. This is Shygirl. Oh, it's building up. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that was 365. Again, I loved it how it just switched up the melodies, the production. I think that Shygirl really fit into that song, the aesthetic of the song, the vibe of the song perfectly, and it just is reworked, reimagined, and sounds amazing. So the next song I'm going to listen to is actually Spring Breakers. So I suggest if you want to see my reaction to Guess, I'll link it in the description below. Pause this video, watch it, and then come back because I have reacted to it already, and I think for the sake of length of video it's probably prudent to do that. But yeah, so next song is Spring Breakers featuring Kesha, and this will be the last song that I listen to for this part of the album. Let's go.
Crazy girl shit, gonna go spring breakers. See you later. Crazy girl shit, gonna go spring breakers.
Ooh, so Spring Breakers is like when Americans go on spring break. I don't think there's an equivalent really here, but yeah, Spring Breakers go crazy. She's kind of like commenting on the fact that in her career she's been very avant-garde. She's made a lot of risky decisions, and you know, she maybe would lose to people playing it safe and pandering to the pop charts, but she's not that girl. She's an artist. Not that these other people aren't artists, but she has her own unique point of view that doesn't lend itself to the mainstream. I love this instrumental. Love the attitude from Kesha. She's got that sassy attitude throughout her whole career, so we love that, and she fits into the Brat vibe perfectly. Art is not a competition. It isn't a competition, and society makes it into a competition, and I love how they're just like empowered in their own badass artist nature, which is great. And yeah, she alludes to like obviously like how sex sells, rating go up when the clothes come off, but a real bitch come when the dick goes up. Yes, honey. Ooh, I love the reference to praying. Her song Praying, love. Oh my god, TikTok as well. See, they're peppering on all of these allusions to all of their art, which is cool. They are the party girl gods. She was an OG party girl in 2010 and 2009. I love that Baby I'm Free, Free Kesha movement. Love that allusion there. Also, I very much think that this is like the sister, like the little sister of Mean Girls. Like, I'm a hater, I'm a mean girl, I'm what?
Breakers.
Oh my gosh. So that was the end of disc 1. So I'm going to listen to 3 more songs. So the first one I'm going to listen to is Hello Goodbye. And then I'm going to listen to Guess and then Spring Breakers on their own. And then that's it. So let's go. So you've obviously got Hello Goodbye, the contrast in that whole statement. Most of the time out of my mind, no straight I say goodbye and not hello. So she like ends things before they begin when she wants them to begin. And that like disconnect with what she actually wants with what actually happens. And she's talking about like the anxiety she felt when she met someone she really liked. It's that classic thing where you rethink your decisions after you've made them and you ruminate in your head. She's obviously someone who thinks about things very deeply and has a lot of regrets in that way. I think that's something that we all understand. Some people are afraid of like committing in the relationship and having that happiness because of their own trauma. Oh, I love that backing. It's building up. Okay, so the next song I'm going to listen to is Guess, and this is without Billie Eilish, so the original one. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so this is like quite provocative, talking about the sexual nature of the relationship, and just kind of like teasing him about it, which is amazing. But it's also kind of like relating to maybe her career as well, and the way that people always speculate about what she's doing next and all of these personal, intimate details of her life. And she's like, you don't know. See, this is how it can relate to the career. So originally it's about the teasing in a sexual relationship. It's almost like she's comparing like the money that she makes from the deal, the password in the Google Drive with all of her songs where they all are, to like people wanted to know her intimate details about her sex life as well. People feel so entitled to know everything about celebrity and celebrity culture, and she's kind of shining a light on a lot of things. I think anyway. Oh, I love the laugh at the end as well. It's so fun. So yeah, the final song I'm going to listen to is Spring Breakers. Let's take it home, Charlie. I also like that it sounds like kind of like a bassinet with the like a baby song with that Every Time We're On, which is a weird contrast with the way it's produced, but I just notice that every time. Oh, I love that beat. Oh, wow. Love the illusions of Vroom Vroom again. February 10th, I'm going to pull up. Hey, Staples Center, what the fuck is up? Love it, girl. I don't really know what that means, what the Staples Center is. I don't know if it's like a concert. Okay, so I've just Googled the Staples Center, February 10th. That's the Grammys. So she's going to pull up to the Grammys. Oh my God. I'm so glad I know that. Boom, 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 clap again, and another illusion. Oh, this is quite macabre though. Like, I just laughed when the bodies went splat. She's kind of like maybe metaphorically blowing up the Grammys because she realizes they're not actually that important and they're all just opinions, and she's got an amazing career and has a critically acclaimed album, so it's all just like a cherry on top, really. Oh, I love this song. And she's like, there's no one I want to thank. Just put me on the platform, turn the microphone on. There's no one to thank out there. She's realised it's not that important to her, really. I get this a bit more now as well, because she's almost saying, like, why would I give a fuck about a Grammy? Because she's been doing all of this for her whole career. The Grammys never took her seriously. And now she's got a critically acclaimed album. She's not gonna, like, be so thankful that she's got a Grammy, because they ignored her and, like, kind of shat on her a little bit. She never got any awards before. And I love the way that her voice, like, she changed the way that she intonated with her voice when she was singing. Maybe if you give me that prize, you might see a tear from my eye. It sounds very soft and light, and it's just the beat is so good. Maybe as well, she's also kind of saying, like, I'm probably gonna lose anyway, because there's always people who play it safer towards the mainstream who may win it over her. Some eyes nominated. Oh my gosh, so that was it. So I've listened to all the songs that I haven't listened to before on Brat, and it's completely different, but also still Brat. Some of my favourites, I mean, I love basically Spring Breakers. I think that's great. I love Club Classics. I love 360. I love Sympathy as a Knife with Ariana. I love Talk Talk with Troye Sivan. And I also really think it's interesting. Obviously, Girl So Confusing as well. I really, really like, I think about it all the time as well with Bon Iver. I think it's a really nice song too. But all of the songs are amazing. What did you think about this album? What do you think about Charli XCX as a whole? And yeah, if you like this, then like and subscribe. It's really, really helpful to my channel. It lets me know that I'm doing a good job and it really supports me. And what do you think about all of this? And do you want me to listen to anything else? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, I will see you later. Bye. Have I done it? Have I done it? Have I completed it? Yes, I've completed